episode, we're going to discuss Maharashtra's power scenario. And to discuss the same, we are joined by Mr. Subrat Rato, Secretary Energy, Maharashtra, Mr. Ravi Uppal, MD and CEO, L&T Power, Mr. Raghavendra Mehta, Senior Executive Vice President, Commercial, Reliance Infrastructure Limited, Mr. Vijay Karya, CMD, Ravin Cables Limited, Mr. Rakesh Agarwal, CMD, A to Z Power Corp Private Limited, Mr. Shantanu Dikshit, Co-Team Member, Prayas Energy Group, Mr. Dinesh Parekh, President, Thane Belapur Industrial Association. I welcome you all. Maharashtra, the industrial hub of the nation, has an electricity demand supply gap of 4,500 megawatt to 5,500 megawatt. It makes up this deficit by resorting to power cut that last as long as 12 hours in rural areas and 5 to 6 hours in the vicinity of the state capital Mumbai, which is expected to touch 20,000 megawatt by 2012. Situation is very, very alarming. We need to address it as soon as possible, or otherwise this might create a panic in the state.
The fact that there has been a power deficit in the state of Maharashtra since the last 4 or 5 years is well known. And it is also a fact that the state has been a little slow in adding capacity which is required to keep up with the increase in demand. The growth of the state has been very fast, much faster than most other states in the country. And we have been a little slow in catching up with that growth in demand. But I'm happy to inform you, for those of you who are not aware, that as we speak now, we have, through the state utility, we have a very huge capacity expansion program underway. We also have power purchase agreements with the central sector, and we also have private sector units coming up. And we hope that with these capacity additions in all the three sectors, by 2012, end of 2012, we will be able to meet the capacity, the demand, the gap in demand.
According to Mr. Rato, we'll have enough power till 2012, but if we look at the data, then Maharashtra is depending upon Mahagenco, independent power producers, and its central share of 1,683 megawatt. Even if we add all the ongoing projects, do you think we can have 10,000 megawatt by 2012?
Projection of demand which we have made, the current gap as well as the increase in demand will be somewhere in the around 9,000 megawatts by December 2012 is what we have calculated. And with all these projects, the state sector project, the central sector projects, and the private sector projects, there may be some issues and a few months delay here and there, project implementation. We'll more or less sort of meet the demand, including the increased demand over the next 2 years by 2012.
Mr. Uppal, I would like to ask you, if we look at the current situation, we have a deficit of around 6,500 megawatt in this state. With the government's plan and strategy, when do you think Maharashtra can become a power sufficient state?
There was a period here where enough investment did not go into power generation, especially from 1991 up to 2005, 2006. But I think the state has woken up. I understand from the blueprint given by the government that they want to add up now by 2016-17 as much capacity to the state as already exists. Today, you have, please correct me if otherwise, about close to 20,000 megawatt, which is installed in the state from various sectors, the private sector, the state sector, as well as the federal utilities have about 20,000 megawatt. I think this is where we have to work with a sense of certain urgency to see that more capacity basically comes up.
Mr. Parekh, industry is paying the world highest tariff in Maharashtra, and if it seems that there is no stopping to it, how alarming this situation is for the industry?
Industry needs power yesterday. Industry needs additional power tomorrow to finance and support the expansion and massive technological upgradation. Our suggestion, our observation is that industry cannot survive without sufficient power. Now to generate power, distribute power, a group should be allowed to come together, which should be also consisting of government officials, and a lot of freedom should be given. Environment Ministry should be part of that committee. Nothing should stop. No ad hoc firefighting exercise of buying power from IPP here a little bit and there a little bit and something for 3 months and something for 6 months. Give us plan for 10 years. All major industrial areas should be assured that power will come augmented in this fashion. And then only we can move forward. Industry today is ready for the growth All the vitamins are given, all the tonics are given, but their legs are tied, and they are told you run at the rate of 17% per month increase in production facility. So we require cooperation from every agency here and every agency in Delhi or wherever they are.
I won't disagree with Mr. Parekh. We all feel that things could move ahead much faster. If there is better coordination and better consultation, I don't really have an issue with what he said just now.
Mr. Karya, electricity generation and consumption has seen a marked rise since 1992. The growth rate of electricity generation has been 66.66%, while consumption has been 111.01%. Why couldn't the policymaker preview the situation in the past? Why couldn't they foresee what is the demand going to be?
There is only 4 words to describe it: too little and too late. I think what the government needs to do is have a proactive approach to this sector. They need to really unbundle the resources, get people moving, get projects moving, because even today, all said and done, across the country, I think more than 50% of the population does not have access to electricity. You know, we can say that yes, we would like to make it happen, but then we need to make it happen. And that is going to be the need of the hour, that first, the government as well as the industry need to work hand in hand to debottleneck the areas of congestion.
Okay, Mr. Dixit, I'd like to ask you, agriculture and small-scale industries are worst hit, and situation is getting worse year after year. Do you see any kind of a relief in coming years?
If you see at the power load shedding protocol that MERC has put in place, most of the large industries are getting uninterrupted supply. Obviously, those who are outside MIDC areas or those who are LT industries, they are subjected to load shedding. In terms of agriculture, yes, agriculture consumers are facing great inconvenience because they are subjected to load shedding of 8 hours to 12 hours, and whatever power they get is many times not during the daytime. But in the last 2 years, some of the new initiatives that MSCDCL and government have put in place, we feel that those initiatives are in the right direction, but the accountability, the effectiveness of those initiatives need to be ensured. I will just give a couple of examples. The first scheme that MSCDCL has started is about this feeder separation, which would ensure that the agricultural power supply is more regulated, and on the other hand, those who are non-agriculture consumers in rural areas, their power supply service quality would be improved.
We'll take a short break here. You keep watching Power News.